safely to Earth. These men are with us here. So tonight, we have invited you to meet with us again. We want to tell you how proud we are of your achievements and how much we appreciate you as neighbors and friends. We look forward to sharing the experiences of future years with you as man continues his drive out into the universe. It is now my pleasure to introduce a man we have observed these 7 years with growing admiration and respect. A truly dedicated administrator, the director of the NASA Manned Spacecraft Center, Dr. Robert R. Gilruth. Dr. Gilruth.
Thank you, Mr. McGraw. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of us in NASA, I want to say thanks to the city of Houston for this great honor and this great occasion, and this salute to the entire Apollo 11 team. The parade today and this fine affair tonight will live long in our memories. I remember well, 7 years ago, last July the 4th, your continued and generous support. Many thanks again to you all, from us all, the Manned Spacecraft Center and its contractors.
In behalf of all Houstonians, I wish to express our sincere appreciations to all of those who have given so much on with me in rising for a moment of silent prayer that we might pause in meditation in memoriam for those astronauts who have lost their lives during the development of this program.
Thank you, Mayor Welch. First, I'd like to thank George Roy Hofheinz for making this Astrodome available and being a marvelous host tonight. And literally, we couldn't have had it without the judge. On behalf of the motion picture industry, I want to thank all the great artists who are on this show tonight.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. How about this place here? Look here this evening, and I'm quite honored to have been asked to take part in our performance here tonight. And, well, we're nervous. All of us are nervous because we feel so deeply about these great men here tonight. In honor of a job brilliantly done, it is signed, Richard Nixon, President. I thought for a Democrat I read that pretty good, didn't you? I thought so.
Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a great thrill to be here tonight to honor NASA and also
This is our theme song. Fly me to the moon, let me play up there with those stars. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. 'Cause you are all I long for, all I worship and do adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of the city of Houston for Mrs. Neil Armstrong, August 16, 1969. For Mrs. Edwin Aldrin. For Mrs. Michael Collins. And now we'd like to have join them on the platform Mr. Neil Armstrong, Mr. Edwin Aldrin, and the man who remembered his promise to circle by and pick up a couple of friends on his way home from work, Michael Collins. With the Latin inscription, per aspera ad astra, for reaching to the stars. Shall I put it around your neck?
Whatever you prefer, sir. That'd be fine. If it's awkward, I'll just keep it. That special quality today as we wound through the streets of Houston, and it's, of course, here tonight in even greater measure. Not being a speech maker by trade, I would just like to say thank you. I'd like to say it 3 times. First, to all of you who come in from all over the country to make this evening the memorable occasion it's been, who have broken many important commitments to do so, I'd like to say thank you very much. Second, to all those who work for NASA and the many, many contractors on the Apollo program. You got us back in one piece. Thank you kindly. And finally, to all you Houstonians, our wonderful friends and neighbors, thank you for making this the wonderful place to come home to that it is.
Colonel Aldrich. Only the inscriptions are different. Yours says Aldrich.
Mayor Welch, people of Houston, I believe there are many shareholders to this award. History will record that not just 3 men went to the moon, but a team effort was combined. A team effort made up of people from all walks of life, men and women. But there are those of our colleagues who will never make that flight. You know their names: Ted, Elliot, Charlie, Gus, Ed, Roger, Cece, and Ed. These men are shareholders in this award. Stones that enabled us to land Apollo 11 on the moon. The men that made up these teams, they are shareholders also. We will continue with lunar exploration, with space applications in near-Earth orbit, and eventually with...
And I'm proud that I live in a community where we have hero worshipers among us. And I'm so very proud that we have such wonderful heroes to worship. And the third medal to the first man ever to set foot on the moon, the commander of Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong.
I'd like to thank you, Mayor Welch, and the city of Houston on behalf of all the members of Apollo assembled here tonight. For this honor, you do the collective, all of it. And I think it's particularly fitting that you give this honor to us here in West Crater. I'd like to ask my colleagues of Apollo Past and Apollo Future to join us on the stage. We would like to take the opportunity to recognize in the audience this evening the designers and the builders and the inspectors and the painters and the inspectors and the testers and the inspectors and the planners and all of you who went with us on Apollo 11, and I'd like to ask my colleagues to join me in... We thank you.